Hello everyone, this is Tori Poulter. I am the Chief Sales Officer for Unique. I am joined by two wonderful colleagues, Dr. Candy Lau and Jordan Meyer, and we are here to talk to you today about Hong Kong. This is the first of our series of 3 videos. We're trying video this time instead of conference calls, so we'll see how it goes. We'll see how you all like it, but we are certainly using you as a model on how we know you like to communicate, which is video. So we're giving it a try. We can't promise that we won't use a few notes, but we are excited nonetheless to talk about this topic. We have had so far over 200,000 views on the Hong Kong announcement, which is fantastic. And a lot of you had a little bit of a sneak peek. A lot of you are saying on the comments that you were completely shocked that we are going into Hong Kong. And so it is a very, very exciting endeavor for us. It is a country that is unlike any other that we have, a wonderful country that is unlike any other that we have gone into, but we are well prepared. So, to start off with, I would like to give you a little bit of a feel for just how well prepared we are, and that is to introduce Candy Lau, who is our Vice President of International Business Development. Welcome to our Hong Kong video, and welcome to the company, Candy.
Thank you so much.
So I'd like to just talk just a little bit about her so that you get a little bit of an understanding for who is driving this Hong Kong ship, right? Candy's been with us, how many months now?
4 months.
4 months. Candy's been with us for 4 months, and a little bit about where she came from. So prior to Unique, and this is great, she worked for a company where she ran all of the operations for an international jewelry company. And the company had 3,000 employees. So it wasn't a tiny little startup, right? It was a 3,000 employee company. And she ran all the different functions. She ran manufacturing, she ran wholesaling, retailing, e-commerce, all of the different operational areas. And that was actually in Hong Kong, is that right?
Yeah.
Excellent. And a very successful company, and is also very well versed and familiar with Unique's really cultural spirit of entrepreneurship, because she has had her hands in that as well. Is a former entrepreneur.
That's a tough word.
That's a really tough word to say. And dedicated 2 years, right? 2 years to running a non-profit organization covering 8 major countries in Asia.
Yeah.
Enormous accomplishment. Candy, you speak 4 languages, is that correct? 4 languages. Actually earned her MBA here, in Utah, in fact. However, earned her doctorate. Yes, friends, she is a doctor. She is Dr. Lau, earned her doctorate in Hong Kong, where really your focus in that study was in e-commerce business, So, and you were a native of Hong Kong.
Right.
And you have been in this country for about 8 months. I think it's safe to say that she's pretty well qualified to take us into Hong Kong, and I think you would all agree. One little fun fact that I found out about Candy, you're really just learning to drive.
Yeah.
You have a sticker on the back of your car that is a warning sign that says, I am still learning to drive, basically, so watch out. I don't know if that's a rumor. I don't know if there's any truth to that.
Don't get too close to me.
Don't get too close to me. What I heard about Candy, which I think is very funny, is that when we recruited her, because we approached Candy about this opportunity, you were not comfortable behind the wheel and you were not comfortable driving, and so we actually had to go out to her home to interview her. That is how badly we wanted her to join this organization, and we were successful, and now you are actually learning to drive.
I'm lucky, actually.
Excellent. Welcome, welcome. We are very happy to have you here. And then, of course, we have Jordan Meyer, who I think hopefully you all know by now. He is our Director of International Market Development, and what he does, in a nutshell, is does all of the work to lead us into a country. Does all of the research, does all of the analysis, and is responsible for all of the different pieces of information that we need to look at in determining what the best country to go in is. Market research. So welcome, Jordan will speak to us quite a bit about the fun facts and figures of going into Hong Kong. And I think with that, we just jump right into it. Again, this is the first of 3 calls. So let's start talking about Hong Kong. First of all, Jordan, we have released an FAQ.
Right.
Give us a little bit of an idea of some of the key things that we can find on that FAQ. And I want to lead with that because I don't want to say presenters don't read, but you know who you are. Some of us read a little bit more in detail than others. And so I think if we understand how our presenters like to learn and like to get information, it's through video. So let's hear a little bit about what's in the FAQ.
Does this mean I don't have to labor over every word on
No,
the
it does not.
FAQs?
No, it does not.
It's going to make my life easier. Yeah, so let me hit the highlights of the Hong Kong FAQs. And these are located on the Hong Kong information page. They're also in the corporate newsroom. But the Hong Kong information page is uniqueproducts.com/Hong Kong, or I should say your URL/Hong Kong. And there's a nice section there where you can sign up for the newsletter. If you haven't signed up for the newsletter, these are getting better every market launch. Let me tell you about a few of the topics that we're going to cover in the Hong Kong newsletter coming up. There's going to be all sorts of the updates about the launch, the date, how to enroll as a presenter. We're going to have a screencast where probably Candy walks you through how to enroll to be a presenter. Things like how to begin building a team. Right? I think you're going to find recruits who want to get started now, and so there will be a video there about how to build a team. Why Unique's going to Hong Kong? Why Unique is unique. Cultural tips for working in Hong Kong. How to do a successful virtual party, and then some training on the Unique compensation plan. Those are among the topics we're going to cover in that newsletter. So sign up, and anyone who's interested in the launch, I recommend you have them sign up for your newsletter. And it comes with your name at the bottom, so it looks like it's coming directly from you. Okay, on to the FAQs. I'm just going to speed through some of these because we've got a lot of good stuff to get to. But is there an NFR restriction? The answer is no. What's the new presenter kit price? And it's $775 Hong Kong dollars, 775 Hong Kong dollars. We have all of our complete product pricing that we're working on right now, and we'll have that out in the next few weeks. What payment methods will be available? So the payment methods that we have in other markets, Visa, MasterCard, PayPal, but we're also working on adding Union Pay, which is a Hong Kong specific sort of debit card payment method. And we're looking at adding that. Hopefully we'll have that by launch. What geography is included in the launch? So does it include Macau? The answer is no, it's just Hong Kong. The Hong Kong launch, it's easy, it's just Hong Kong. What do I need to do to sign up as a presenter? First of all, you need your Hong Kong ID number, and you need to have a Hong Kong address. You need to be 18 years of age, have an email address or Facebook account, phone number, and then you have to buy the starter kit. So that's how you enroll to be a presenter.
So this really, Jordan, isn't so far any different than going into any other country.
Yeah.
Yeah, so far everything that you said is very similar to any other country launch. You look very official with that pen in your hand. Let me see that pen for a second. Okay, Hong Kong newsletter, FAQ, and how do we sign up to be a presenter? Excellent information. Moving along, you can have your pen back. So give us an idea once we're actually, if I'm a presenter in Hong Kong, how does this whole thing work? Give us some detail.
Okay, so products are priced in Hong Kong dollars. We're going to have a distribution center in Hong Kong, so product is going to come from the distribution center that we're setting up right now in Hong Kong. Shipping times are going to be fantastic. When I say fantastic, that means they're going to be short, right? I don't know that anyone refers to shipping times as fantastic unless they're really short. Shipping prices, orders less than 800 Hong Kong dollars will cost 25 Hong Kong dollars. And orders over 800 Hong Kong dollars will be free.
Great. Great.
I am also happy to, if anyone's worked France or Spain or Mexico, they're going to like hearing this one, but does Unique have any complicated withholdings, right? Do they take money out of presenter commissions? And the answer is no. No withholdings in Hong Kong. So what you earn is what you get. The government doesn't take any, or doesn't force Unique to take any from your commissions before you get them. And then finally, can Hong Kong presenters sell outside of Hong Kong? The rule is the same as we have in other markets, meaning you can only sell product to markets that we're currently open in. So.
Terrific. Excellent information. I'd actually like to ask Candy this question because I know that this is something that I've read your comments, I've read your posts, I know that it's on your mind.
Mm-hmm.
Candy, you are from Hong Kong. A big question from presenters is, does Hong Kong require animal testing on beauty products? Can you answer that for us?
Sure, it's a very good question. Actually, Unique does not test on animals, and we are not required to do so in Hong Kong as well.
That's simple.
Yeah,
Very straightforward, very simple. Hopefully that, there are no concerns about that from you after that response. All right, what do we want to talk about next?
You might mention the catalog.
Oh,
Exciting stuff.
Thank you.
Exciting.
Congratulations to the presenters who have been chosen to be in the Hong Kong catalog. We are honored to have you. We have the photo shoot coming up soon. And yes, Hong Kong will have its own catalog. And so we're excited to shoot that. Very excited. All right, Jordan, next. Just in summary, because you do all of the market research, you do all of the analysis, give us just the quick overview. Why are we going into Hong Kong? Why does it make sense?
Can I get nerdy for a second? I'm going to pull out a graph, okay?
Oh, he's got a graph coming out of his... This is a surprise graph. Wow. All right.
And you may not be able to see that, but that's okay. You see one tall black line, and it tells you how much a woman in the U.S. spends on beauty products.
Okay.
And it's really tall.
Okay.
Right? Because women in the U.S. spend a lot on beauty products.
And what is that on average? Tell us what it is.
$6.25.
$6.25. Where do you all fall? And is that average per month, per year? What is it?
This is $6.25 per year, but this is all women,
Okay, $625 per year? I thought
sure.
it was per month.
I'm
All
pretty
right. I don't want to ask where you all fall into that, but go ahead. Great information.
Here's where I'm going with this, though. So I travel a lot internationally for my job, of course, and the stereotype of women in America is they put on a lot of makeup, lots of color, really white teeth. I mean, they spend a lot on their beauty products.
Bright pink lipstick. Go ahead.
Right, and so I know some of the presenters from outside of the U.S. may be chuckling at that because it's true. They think that what they see on Hollywood represents all of women in the U.S. But I want to compare what the beauty expenditures are in the U.S. to Hong Kong.
Woo!
And
$875 a year.
Yeah, that's a 40% difference. So the average woman in Hong Kong spends 40% more on beauty products than the average woman in the U.S. Really impressive. That's one of the highest figures in the world. So that's one reason.
Mm-hmm.
That's one reason we're going to Hong Kong. A couple other reasons are you look at the markets we're in, and we're in North America, right? Mexico, U.S., Canada. We're in the Pacific region with Australia, New Zealand. We're all over Europe now, right? With our European markets. Well, where there's one area of the globe that's conspicuously missing, right? And it's Asia, right? We don't have any markets open in Asia, and so one of the reasons we're going to Hong Kong is to begin an expansion in that exciting part of the globe. There's more women, there's more makeup bought in Asia as a whole than there is in the rest of the world, and so Hong Kong makes a lot of sense as a first market to go to in Asia for a few more reasons. It's a very flexible market, and what I mean by that is they're used to Western companies, Western brands, and they buy a lot of international products. Typically, Hong Kong consumers, the research I've done shows that they require less localization. Meaning, we at Unique, you know, we were born in Utah, right? We try to localize in every market we go into, but some markets in Asia are a lot harder than others, and some markets across the world, like you know, Japan, for example, where they use, you know, some other social networks, or they require their branding to look a certain way, right? That's hard for us to do initially, but Hong Kong not. It's more flexible in its approach to international brands. Another reason, our products work there. No, we don't have whiteners, but our product, you know, Candy's going to talk more about this, but our products will work in Hong Kong. And then finally, Hong Kong's a small market with, in terms of population, 7 million people, but roughly 3 million of those speak English. So it's Western friendly, English friendly. It's a great start for us.
When you do research on these countries, you have so many little interesting bits to offer on what your analysis shows. Any other interesting bits or statistics that we might want to know?
So let's talk about, like social networks. This is important. All of you are on, you know, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Google+, right? Pinterest. Those are the social networks that you're on. Hong Kong, however, Hong Kong's on those same social networks, and that's not true for a lot of other countries. So that's one of the things we look at. One area I want to tell our presenters, I think it's an opportunity, is WhatsApp. Hong Kong, like Spain, there's a lot of WhatsApp penetration in addition to Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. I think you should be using this, or think about using this in making your pre-launch groups. WhatsApp is perfect for sending group messages, communicating with people, building interest, leading up to the launch.
Great information. I'm going to turn to Candy. So Candy, you live in the United States. Clearly you are embracing the U.S. culture. You are learning to drive, but you are from Hong Kong.
Yeah.
And if anyone understands the women of Hong Kong with the experience that you have, it is you. So can you talk to us just a little bit about the women of Hong Kong, the culture of Hong Kong?
Okay, sure. First of all, you can hear my accent, right? This is Hong Kong accent.
All right.
Let's get familiar with this when we go to Hong Kong. So most of the people in Hong Kong, the younger generation, they speak English. And then most of the women in Hong Kong, they work. And usually they get out of their home and start working from 8 o'clock till like 7 to 9 o'clock, whole day staying in office. And they are energetic and fast, and then they want simple things. So if we work with this group of potential presenter, then something we need to know. I think a couple things. I want to use the terms here. Uplift them with three U's. Okay, the first one is upbeat. Provide them with upbeat, useful information. Say, for example, tell them who we are, what our brand is. Make it simple for them so that they can understand faster and then share with others easily. So this is first tips. Second tips is empower them with 3 E's. So what are they? So give them exciting, efficient, and effective tools. So we are very unique as a company because most of the direct sale company in Hong Kong, they need to do home party or go to a physical place to do their activity. But we are very unique. So train up our potential presenter in Hong Kong, telling them that how great we are in using virtual parties.
The digital model.
Yeah. So I think this is something nobody is using it right now in Hong Kong. So building up this part and empower them with these tools, then it can really help them. And then the last one I want to talk about is validate them with 3 V's. So what are they? Share them with viable, visible, and variable opportunity. Tell them what kind of options they can use and to build their business. Because people in Hong Kong, they are very efficient. If you tell them the step, the procedure, and the rewards, and the potential, then they can do it. So if all the presenter, our existing presenter, want to do great in Hong Kong, to do little preparations on all this, then they will have big success in Hong Kong to build a good team.
It sounds like keep it simple,
Yeah,
right?
keep it simple.
Which happens to be our company, part of our company motto, by the way. Yeah.
I think tell them who we are, and then how to run the business through digital and virtual party, and then the compensation plan.
Great.
Really simple, step by step.
Digital model, I love that. I love that that will resonate well because some countries it is a struggle understanding how this digital model is our successful model. So that's great information.
Yeah.
Let's talk about beauty. Talk about beauty products in Hong Kong. And Jordan already referenced one thing, which is a whitener, but to give us a little bit of the cultural beauty aspects.
Okay. As I just mentioned, people in Hong Kong are very busy. So actually, anything that can make them do their makeup faster and very efficient, and then they can get out of their home as soon as possible and go to work. And then I think Hong Kong presenter will love simple yet beautiful cosmetic and skincare products. So if we can do a little more presentations on this area, then they will love it. And I think I also think that they care about their skins a lot. Okay, so they protect their skin, and that they love to use products that make them look great and feel natural. And then this is one big thing about our product as well. And also, one more thing I want to talk about the women or girls in Hong Kong. They're dynamic, energetic, busy, and fun. And then tell them that unique product can take care of them 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Great longevity of wearability. Yeah. Love that. Love that.
Where do you fall, Candy?
Yeah.
Where do you fall?
Candy, what is it? You've been here for a while. I don't know if you fall into this chart or not, but what are your favorite unique products that you've discovered?
I discovered one product I really like. Is the Moonstruck 3D fiber lash. It is not in Hong Kong. Nothing like this in Hong Kong. And then in Hong Kong, most of the women they like to make their eyelash extension.
Like artificial lashes, lash extensions.
But our is very special, okay, natural. And if we come up with good training material and show them how to do it, they will love it.
Great. And any other favorites that you've discovered?
I think what they call it, the bonbon.
Lip bonbons. Lip bonbons.
It is simple and protect the lips, and the color looks good too. I'm using it today.
Very nice. So those are your favorites. Are those the same products that will resonate, do you believe, with women of Hong Kong? Are there any others that you want to mention?
I think the fiber lash.
Okay, that's going to be a big one.
It will be a big hit in Hong Kong because nothing like this.
Well, it's our #1 selling product worldwide, so that's terrific.
Yeah,
that's
but
great.
I also think one more thing need to understand more about the color they want to use. Like they want to be more whitening. Okay, whitening product.
Okay, well, good to note. Okay, so I think that's probably anything else you want to add, Jordan. Anything else you want to add?
I think the opportunity, if you haven't begun working Hong Kong, or if you've thought about it but haven't dipped your toe in the water, I think you should. I think you should try. Other companies have found, that have gone into Hong Kong, have found that they're some of the hardest working, most self-motivated people in the world. And that's why you look at some of the per capita income stats, right? Candy mentioned a lot of the women, they work all day. I think you'll find that. If you can find women in Hong Kong, they will work hard, they will go get the information, they'll teach themselves. I was talking to a friend at another company. He said they had a training in Hong Kong and on the compensation plan, and they're a company that's been in Hong Kong for a while, but they had a training on the compensation plan, and 2 people showed up. Why? Because they already know it. They already went out and figured it out.
They were already experts. Next call or next video, which will be after convention, We're going to talk about some recruiting best practices. We're going to talk about some guidelines. We'll talk about some cultural nuances, some things that are important to understand when it comes to recruiting. We'll have a presenter with us, maybe calling in. This is the first time doing a video, so I'm not quite sure how we're going to work that. Might be calling in, who is rocking it in recruiting in Hong Kong, and just give us some of their tips and tricks. We'll be continuing to update the FAQs as we get more information. We started with the basics. We wanted to keep it simple, and we will continue to build on some of the things in the FAQs. So hopefully this was a great call to get you started. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Thank you.